We will return with scenes from Tuesday night's conclusion of Gone with the Wind. Stay calm, stay cool. The Big Mac attack is back.
You got me shaking, you have taken my brain. I'm having a Big Mac attack. I'm reeling 'cause the feeling just to hit me again. I'm having a Big Mac attack. I'm screaming, I'm raving, I'm weak in the knees.
Tuesday night's conclusion of Gone with the Wind. On Tuesday night, the war is lost, and the South reels to the scourge of carpetbaggers. Scarlett comes home to her beloved Tara, to her father's madness and her mother's death. But undaunted, she vows to make a new life.
God is my witness. I'll never be hungry again.
Ashley returns to the waiting arms of Melanie, and Rhett sees his chance to finally win Scarlett. The conclusion of Gone.
I'm Marion Hartley.
I'm Roland Smith.
Please be with us for the moment.
You put on the dress, because we're late already. What my lamb going away? That? No, you ain't. You can't show your brother before 3 o'clock. I'm going to speak to your mom about you. If you say one word to Mother, I won't eat a bite.
It was a world of privilege and tradition. The world of Scarlett O'Hara.
Morning. Come on. Look at Scarlett. You never even noticed Charles before. Now, just because of your boat, she's acting like a hornet.
War was but a distant rumor as Scarlett waged a campaign for Ashley Wilkes, a man promised to his cousin Melanie.
Don't you want to marry me?
I'm going to marry Melanie.
But you love me.
How could I help loving you? You who have all the passion for life that I lack. But that kind of love isn't enough to make a successful marriage for two people who are as different as we are.
But Scarlett had yet to meet the man who was to be her match, Rhett Butler.
Has the war started?
Sir, you should have made your presence known.
In the middle of that beautiful love scene? That wouldn't have been very tactful, would it? But don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
Sir, you are no gentleman.
And you, miss, are no lady.
While Southern ladies talked of love, their men talked of war.
The situation's very simple. The Yankees can't fight and we can.
That's what I think. They'll just turn and run every time.
One Southerner can nick 20 Yankees.
We'll finish him in one battle. Gentlemen can always fight better than rattles.
Yes, gentlemen always fight better than rattles.
And what does the captain of our troops say?
Well, gentlemen,
If Georgia fights, I go with her. But like my father, I hope that the Yankees will let us leave the Union in peace.
but Ashley have insulted us. You can't mean you don't want war.
Most of the miseries of the world were caused by wars. And when the wars were over, no one ever knew what they were about.
Why, Ashley, the
As the distant drums beat on, Ashley's love for Melanie pushes Scarlett into a hasty marriage.
Yes, Mr. Hamilton. I will.
And as two armies meet on the field of destiny, a page of history is about to begin.
I have important news, glorious news. Another triumph for our magnificent men in arms. General Lee has completely whipped the enemy and swept the Yankee army northward from Virginia.
The early victories of the Confederacy exact a terrifying price on its youth and on Scarlett's new husband. Yet grief was far from her nature.
Atlanta.
Savannah would be better for you. You just get in trouble in Atlanta.
What trouble are you talking about?
You know what trouble I was talking about? I was talking about Mr. Ashley Wilkes. He'll be coming to Atlanta when he gets his leave, and you're stuck there waiting for him just like a spider.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to leave the opening reel with the lady of your choice, you must bid for her. $20 for Miss Mabel Merriweather.
$25 for Miss Fanny Elsie.
$150 in gold. For what lady, sir? This is Charles Hamilton. Mrs. Hamilton is in mourning, Captain Butler. She will not consider it, sir.
Oh, yes, I will.
Someday I want you to say to me the words I heard you say to Ashley Wilkes. I love you.
That's something you'll never hear from me, Captain Butler, as long as you live.
As the war dragged on, Southern heads were high, but their hearts were heavy as the wounded poured into Atlanta. Panic spread in the face of the oncoming enemy. The gallant remnants of a once proud army marched out to meet the foe.
Oh, Ashley, I love you. I've always loved you. I've never loved anyone else. I only married Charles just to hurt you. Ashley, tell me you love me. I'll live on it the rest of my life.
For 35 days, Atlanta held grimly on, but the odds weighed heavy.
Is it true the Yankees coming?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. The army's pulling out.
What'll I do?
Better refugee south right quick, ma'am. If you'll excuse me now.
Scarlett, alone, unprotected, seeks refuge for herself, for Melanie, and for Ashley's unborn child. Only one man can spirit them to safety.
At your service, madam. Just where were you figuring on going?
Home to Tara.
Tara? Don't you know that they've been fighting all day around Tara? Do you think you could parade right through the Yankee army with a sick woman, a baby, and a simple-minded darky?
As the last refugees made their perilous escape, Atlanta burned. The Old South disappeared forever. And for Scarlett and Rhett came a time of reckoning.
Scarlett, look at me. I've loved you more than I've ever loved anyone. I've waited longer for you than I've ever waited for any woman.
Let me alone.
There's a soldier in the South who loves you, Scarlett. Wants to feel your arms about him. Wants to carry the memory of your kisses into battle with him. Never mind about loving me. You're a woman sending a soldier to his death with a beautiful memory. Scarlett, kiss me. Kiss me once.
As Rhett joins the South last fight, Scarlett is left with the world destroyed and a new life to build. And now the dramatic conclusion of Margaret Mitchell's epic story of the Old South. Gone with the Wind.